When David Hogg keeps saying that the young people will win, what he means is that only the young people who believe in his gun-grabbing progressive agenda will win. But the pint-sized Pol Pot just got a harsh lesson in reality, and it's going to leave a mark. David Hogg, photo credit, Ellis Ruitt, Miami Herald, TNS via Getty Images. In the Chicago suburb of Deerfield, Illinois, a new law was set to take effect. It would have forced owners of the majority of guns, those that have detachable magazines capable of holding 10 rounds or more, to turn in their firearms or face fines of $250 to $1,000 per day that the guns were not turned in. There were virtually no exceptions in what amounted to a blanket gun ban. But less than 24 hours before the ban was set to take effect, a 19th Judicial Circuit Court judge in Lake County, Illinois stepped in and put the kibosh on the gun grab, Vice News reported. The challenge to the law was brought by gun rights groups including the National Rifle Association, and they were victorious. "I'm pretty excited," John Bach, the executive director of Gun Save Life, said. "I was bracing myself for being disappointed, but it seems the judge looked at our arguments and realized we did indeed have a fair chance at success at this. We moved swiftly to challenge this gun ban because it flew in the face of state law. The village tried to disguise its extremism as an amendment to an existing ordinance. The ordinance bans possession of legally owned semi-auto firearms, with no exception for guns previously owned, or any provision for self-defense." Second Amendment Foundation Executive Director Alan Gottlieb said, according to Breitbart. Worse still, the ordinance also provided for confiscation and destruction of such firearms and their original capacity magazines. It was outrageous that the ban would levy fines of up to $1,000 a day against anyone who refused to turn in their gun and magazines or move them out of the village. "This certainly puts the lie to claims by anti-gunners that nobody is coming to take your guns," he said. The law was passed unanimously by the Village Board of Trustees in April and gave Deerfield residents until June 13 to hand in their firearms, the Chicago Tribune reported. The ordinance prohibited the possession, sale and manufacturing of certain types of assault weapons and large-capacity magazines within the village. This is not only held constitutional by the Seventh Circuit but similar laws have been ruled constitutional in California, the District of Columbia and Maryland, Village Attorney Matthew Rose said. But on Tuesday he was proven incorrect. The writers of the resolution said that it was being revised from its original purpose of regulating gun storage because assault weapons have been increasingly used in an alarming number of notorious mass shooting incidents at public schools, public venues, places of worship and places of public accommodation. In the ordinance, the definition of an assault weapon includes, among others, semi-automatic rifles that have a fixed magazine with a capacity to accept more than 10 rounds of ammunition, shotguns with a revolving cylinder, and semi-automatic pistols and rifles that can accept large-capacity magazines and possess one of a list of other features. Among the dozens of specific models cited are the AR-15, AK-47 and Uzi, the Tribune reported. That means that for all intents and purpose, it was a ban on the majority of modern guns. No matter how much people like Hogg and his friends continue to insist that they are not coming for your guns, an ordinance like this proves that is precisely what they are doing. They start with a law about gun storage or something that they believe the majority will agree with, and then, over time, they increase their grasp. And that is why Americans who value their rights cannot stop the fight. Facebook has greatly reduced the distribution of our stories in our readers' news feeds and is instead promoting mainstream media sources. When you share on social media, however, you greatly help distribute our content. Please take a moment and consider sharing this article with your friends and family. Thank you.